I did not know. I did not know how to hate until I was hated, nor how to bait until I was baited. I did not comprehend fate until it was fated, nor how to pour scorn until I was scorned. I did not know how to be life's slave until I was enslaved, nor that life held such fears until I was afraid. I did not know I could do wrong until I was wronged, nor that I could cause shame until I was shamed. So when judging me, forgive me my pains, should I cause you pain. For in my heart it rains, and it will always rain. Our watchword is liberty. We will be free. The Tolpuddle Martyrs. I've long hoped that there would be a change in our society, change for what I perceive to be a better, more tolerant society, one where all people are treated equally. But for this to arise, we must consider where our troubles lie. We offend the offended, intern the interned, imprison the imprisoned. Pleading for help comes in many forms, and people show their distress and anxiety in many ways. As someone who has worked among the homeless and those with emergency housing needs, I know that an individual's problems run deep. Some are out on probation, or there are those who are under the crisis team, or social services, or the National Health Service. And yet the way we deal with such people does not resolve the difficulties they may have or are confronted with in the future, nor prevent them from heading down a path of self-destruction, as their troubles are not dealt with appropriately. There are many among them that do not understand what it is to become self-reliant, nor do they know how to become independent, and they do not know what it is to become accountable or responsible for their actions. The reason for this is that an abused mind knows torment and chaos, and unless treated correctly will spiral out of control. People think they know this, and worse still, they believe they understand this. But remember, treating an individual's problem is far better than treating them as though they are the problem. By helping people recover their dignity, you help society. By leaving them to suffer, you increase the suffering in society. If the body is infected, you would spend time to find out the problem and cure it. You would not let it fester so the disease spreads to other parts of the body. That in principle is what societies do. They still view certain people as though they are unclean and ostracize and alienate them. This increases the harshness of their lives. People with the ability to introduce real change talk as though the institutions are in place to help those with needs through their troubled times. And there are some real and genuine heroes out there who are swamped by the task they face. Unfortunately, if society were a house, then as most people are aware, treating cracks in a superficial manner does not prevent the house that is subsiding from collapsing. And throwing money at a problem that involves genuine human concerns does not resolve those anxieties. Everyone is important and has value, no matter what their station or circumstance in life. That is why, to have true progress in getting disadvantaged people out of the quicksand and mire of despair they find themselves in, needs an understanding of their emotional and physical problems. It needs specific mentoring for specific problems. Imagine a healer. When healing the body, they would not heal that part of the body that is well, but they would direct themselves to the part that is sick. We must concentrate and focus on the illness. When the body is sick, we treat it until it has recovered, and yet with society we do the opposite. We feed those parts of us that are already well nourished and starve those that are already starved. It is time to heal our society so that there is no longer inequality, injustice, and unaccountability. People require proper mentoring so that they can fulfill their potential, and for this to occur, they need to be given hope, one that says that there is a future worth having and worth living for. People often admit to being surprised by the lack of self-discipline and respect others have. They do not realise that if an individual is brought up by authority figures, whether they are their parents or someone who they have met in social care, and those people have treated them callously, then they associate all authority figures they meet after with being unjust, as the injustices they have suffered from childhood are held deep within their psyche and will affect their attitude later in life. If there is no justice or compassion in the home when growing up, then it is logical that those who were treated repressively will have repressive emotions and not show compassion or reason when their characters have formed, but behave in a fractious, seditious and disloyal manner to other authority figures. They will give their loyalty to whatever subgroup they attach themselves to within their smaller society. We must therefore enable people to learn trades or have an education that will help them have happy and fulfilled lives. This will require empathy, as we shall treat people on an individual basis and get to the core issues that made them the way they are. We shall encourage life and social skills to give people the opportunity to create a work-life environment conducive to productivity and an individual's life balance. We should create community recovery centres for the destitute, for the addicted, for those that have lived in poverty, not just material poverty but spiritual poverty. Each settlement must be self-sufficient. We shall use the most sustainable techniques available so that what is put in place is there for generations to come. Our settlements shall be known as community recovery centres, and they will span the length and breadth of the United Kingdom. They will enable the weak, vulnerable and destitute to recover from the physical and mental challenges that they have grown up with. They shall be places of hope and charity, calm and refuge, where people can shed the problems and troubles that have hindered their growth and development. These centres shall be places where people can learn a new trade and be part of a caring, open community, where the fundamentals of integrity and hope are nurtured, and where the destitute and deprived may rise to fulfill their potential. I hope you will realise this vision with me and put your name to a petition that sets out the need for such community recovery centres, which use genuine modern methods to help people out of adversity. My name is David Pupper-Adams, founder of the Social Unity Campaign. Please join with me, help others, make a better world so that not just one person, but all people can share in it. Thank you.